Hi, everybody. Today we are talking to Nejc. The big topic today is CBD. It's a very interesting topic. I think there are a lot of myths and a lot of, um, uncertainties in the market out there, and we are very happy to clarify everything today. So, Nejc, welcome to the podcast, and yeah, would love to hand over the word to you for a quick introduction.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Oliver, for the invite. My name is Nejc and I run Essentia Pura, which is a white label and private label CBD manufacturer.
Nice. You're located in Slovenia, and you just told me that you basically set up the production yourself. How old is the company, and basically how has been the journey so far?
Yeah. So basically, the company was established in 2018, but it acquired another company who was that was specialized in CO2 manufacturing since 2014.
Nice. Cool. Then let's jump right into it, into the topic about CBD. Before we talk about more about your company, I think it's good to bring the audience a little bit on the same page. And as I said in the beginning, there's a lot of myths around CBD. So maybe can you explain a little bit the magic behind CBD, and then also some common myths and also misconceptions that come with CBD, and what your basic opinion is on that?
Okay, sure. So basically, what the wonder of CBD is that it works holistically, and this way it targets a lot of some issues that you may encounter. So like from anxiety to pain relief. It's not a magic pill. It doesn't work maybe for everyone, but for those that it does, I mean, it's like it can be a game changer.
Nice. I think what's always important is, since CBD has some sort of stricter regulations than other ingredients, maybe you can pick us up here a little bit. So how do you educate your clients, which are typically B2B clients, how they can incorporate CBD products into their product line? What is important to understand when working with CBD products?
Sure. So, speaking for Europe now, CBD is still on the European level is still considered as a novel food in case the clients are looking it to register as a food supplement. So, but then it depends on the state to state, on the EU member state, what's their regulation in that case. How we address this is that we constantly are up to date with the latest EU regulation and the member state regulation, and then we work along with the client to understand all the issues or all the requests that are required for in that particular country.
Nice. Are there any countries where it's a bit easier basically to establish a CBD brand, and maybe countries where it's a bit more challenging? Is there like a crazy difference, or do you think even though they have their regulations, it's quite similar?
No, it is actually. So, for example, very well established in terms of selling CBD as a food supplement, to my latest knowledge, would be France these days.
Okay.
And they loosen a little bit up the regulation. While on the other hand, you have Italy, which is a little bit more questionable. I mean, some parties are saying, okay, CBD not allowed at all. Some would be more keen to it. So yeah, it is a different from a country to a country, similar to US, where it can be very different from state to a state.
Yeah. Interesting. Cool. You already mentioned in the beginning that you're a white label slash private label manufacturer. I think what's also always very interesting is to understand a bit the differences, because there is a difference between pure white label, private label, and custom manufacturing. We discussed this actually a lot, but I would also like to hear your definition, how you would define those terms.
Yeah, sure. So for us, the white label would be using our existing market proven formulations under your own brand, basically. So you by established formulas, you apply your logos, your branding. On the other side, private label would be either modification to existing formulations or developing, as you mentioned, custom formulas completely from scratch. But sometimes white labeling and private labeling can be meant the same, just different methodologies used there.
Yeah.
So I think in US they use it. What they mean with private label is what we mean here in Europe with white label.
White label. Okay, interesting. And what do you see more? Is it do customers more come to you for some basically the white label options that you already developed and what you said are proven on the market, or is it more that they want to have more individualized, customized products?
I think now it's more or less split in the same part, so 50% and 50% of the revenue stream is coming from white labeling and private labeling.
Mm-hmm.
But we see an increasing trend for private labeling,
Mm-hmm.
particularly because I would say that CBD market is already segmenting,
Mm-hmm.
and the clients are trying now position themselves uniquely
Mm-hmm.
by offering some custom products, like which are not, so to say, traditional already in terms of CBD market. We see a lot of many inquiries, like for basically for the applications, for target applications, like to target immune support or pain relief, etc. For the formulations in that case. Yeah.
Interesting. And is there also some sort of advice that you would give the clients if they should start with white label or private label? Is there, because what we see just as an example is that especially brands that start a new category or completely start their brand from scratch, they sometimes think everything has to be customized without really knowing that there's a lot of development already being done by experts like yourself. Can you give some strategies, maybe very, very easy ones that clients could follow?
Sure. It first, okay, depends on the budget the client would have and the time to market and the risk they are willing to take. If the budget is on the lower side and faster time to market and they are not willing to take that much of the risk, then I would suggest the clients to go to the white label. But the competition is higher and the margins are lower than in this case. On the other hand, going with the custom development, there is a higher financial investment and it's a longer time to market to prove the formulas. And but then at the end of the day, it can be more rewarding.
Yeah, very good, and insightful. Let's talk a little bit also about your products. Yeah? So we now established a little bit the market overview, but we haven't really talked about what you're actually manufacturing. So CBD as the ingredient, but maybe give us some idea behind what you're doing.
Sure. We specialized in the manufacturing hemp extracts with the help of CO2 extraction. And then once we obtain this extract, we formulate it in our final products. And what we are best known for is full spectrum CBD oil. What we mean here is the real full spectrum. So it has all the essential components that hemp plants use via the extraction give us, including THC. But with THC, we always keep it within the legal limits, obviously. So it's up to 0.2 or up to 0.3% for specific countries within the EU, which also means that it's still not psychoactive. Because you asked me about the myths in the beginning. They thought, okay, it's a hemp CBD. I'm going to be psychoactive. No, you're not going to be psychoactive.
Very interesting. And in terms of best-selling products, is it the oil, or do you have also other? Are you also extending also in other categories? What is your portfolio basically looking like?
Yes, we do offer some other products as well, including like CBD gummies, CBD soft gels, and skincare. So whatever we can make, I mean, it's like the products that we can make from the hemp extract and we believe are the value added for the client, there we would incorporate our extracts in those products and offer them.
Cool. And maybe let's talk also now a little bit about how you typically work with customers. At what stage should a customer approach you? Meaning in their own stage, but also in terms of how far they are in the process. Where can you support? Where do you require some sort of a concept? So what's the typical way of work with you?
Sure. Basically, we can support or work with the clients from those considering entering the nutraceutical market, I would call it. It doesn't mean that it's just CBD market, adding some innovative products that into the existing portfolio, or even trying to enter like with one or two products from another industry to nutraceutical industry. Like, for example, marketing agencies, they are looking now, they have all the established infrastructure there to start to do the website, to start educating clients, to do the advertising, etc. And they just need the product and maybe at the end to sell. On the other hand, established CBD brands coming to us because I'm not saying anything bad now about our competition or other manufacturers, but some of our clients came to us because the manufacturer either ceased to exist or was not able to give the same quality of the oils every time the client ordered. So, okay, I know we understand that it's all natural products. Sometimes it's like with wine, when you're playing with all natural products. Sometimes the Mother Nature gives us various, in this case, hemp, but we strive to replicate the batches at least to 95+% the same quality organoleptics each and every time.
Cool.
So basically, at the end, the consumer doesn't notice these minor changes.
Yeah, cool. Very interesting. And you also, you said before, you also offer basically customization options, which is obviously quite different than if someone comes for a white label / maybe a private label with a slight adaptation. How does then the process look like? I assume it's a bit different than there.
It varies according to the customization they would like to have. If it's a simple customization based already on our formulas, the process is simple. We send kind of a questionnaire to the client, what they want to achieve. Based on that, we start producing a few samples, send the samples out to the client. Once the client confirms the samples, we send those samples for testing. If all is checked in terms of quality assurance, we go into the production. Production then takes like 3 to 5 working weeks. So then the client gets the first order delivered.
Nice. And in terms of what we started the conversation a bit, the legal frameworks, where is basically the ownership that the client has to take, and where do you either support or take the ownership, meaning the labeling or anything that's actually related to that? Maybe you can help also the audience to understand, in case they want to launch a CBD brand, obviously taking into consideration that every country has their specific requirements, but where do they have to really make sure that they do their homework, and where can you support?
So in terms of our white labeling options, we have the templates basically for each and every EU member state almost, what to be put on the logo, what to be put on the label, what to be put on the secondary packaging if it's required, what to put on the leaflet if they want to put the leaflets inside the packaging. We check then once we provide this information to the client, and their designer would apply this then to the templates, to the printing files. We recheck it to make sure that the information provided is right. It's a very collaborative approach as well. Then depends on the client how and where they want to place the products. For example, in EU is required that in each country state that you are selling, the instructions, for example, for use or the product information has to be translated in that language as well. So yeah, so we really double check everything before we send the products to the client and before the client gets to sell the product further. So.
Nice. I think that's also very important here to underline, right? So because that actually implies also you're not just a manufacturer, but you're really a partner and a collaborator with the client. So I think this service, it's also not, I think, standard. But I think, I have to highlight that it's a very important step, because if you just manufacture and don't take care of what the clients put on the label, etc., it of course at some point might backfire. But this is a service that I think should be highly valued. But that's just also my personal opinion. So in terms of product trends, you already tapped a bit into that. That you're also exploring a lot of different parts. You mentioned also cosmetics in the beginning. Where are you currently the most bullish and where do you see the most opportunity in terms of categories, or where will the CBD market head to in the next couple of years?
Yeah, sure. So I don't know how much you are aware or the listeners are aware of the CBD market already, but it's known for various CBD percentages of the oils. So you would have 5%, 10%, 15%, 20, up to 30 or 40% CBD oils, which can be a little bit confusing maybe sometimes to the consumer itself. And then there is a table, how much to take, when to take, and so on. We want to change that and do the oils based on the indications. So, for example, I want to sleep, I take the oil for sleep. I don't feel good, I'm anxious, I'm stressful. Okay, I take the oil for stress, and I take this and that amount, and that's it. There is no more calculation, which percentage shall I take, and so on. So simplify the use of the CBD products. Cool. In terms of oils, in terms of skincare, as you mentioned, I think the balms are getting more and more popular, and particularly because they are so simple to use, and it's you can have only oil-based ingredients, very stable products, and it's really a product that one can feel the difference. Particularly now during the winter times, for this redness, dry skin, dry hands, itchiness, helped a lot with rosacea as well. So we are really investing a lot in further development of the balms themselves.
Cool. So all the cosmetic brands or the ones who want to shift to cosmetics, here's a free product idea. Yeah. So cool. Lastly, we're already almost at the end. I think, do you have some final tips and ideas that you want to share with the audience? Maybe also what you learned over the past years, maybe pitfalls that you saw from your customers, everything that's related to launching a CBD product. Maybe can you give us some insights there as a final note?
Sure. So first, I always, let the potential new clients know that CBD is not officially allowed to advertise via Google Ads, Facebook Ads, Meta Ads. There are some turnarounds, some are using, but it's not, I would say, not really sustainable in the long run using those turnarounds. So currently it's still not allowed to be advertised. Meaning that this is not obviously a deal breaker, so that they would have to rely on SEO. It became a bit of challenging, but here is the very big opportunity using influencer marketing. It's been growing, white label and private label influencer marketing. It's been growing, and it's a very promising market. What I mean with this is that those Instagram or TikTok influencers actually don't work as affiliate marketers anymore, promoting other products, but create their own brands. There is celebrities, from football players in the CBD market to the how you say singers already using this, and we've seen some amazing results.
Cool.
So influencer marketing, it's I would really recommend it for those considering it.
Cool.
One thing they should be aware of is if they are starting a B2C brand, right? That they should really have a strong team, knowledgeable team, who also then to address the consumer, how to say, to communicate, to be able to recommend to consumer, because we're not selling now here some clothes, with all due respect to that, but products that can impact and improve someone's lives, you know. But we are also here to support, obviously, the customers. By providing them some guides, applications, recommendations, etc.
Cool. Very interesting. And lastly, so how to get in touch with you? So if someone is now motivated in working together, what's the easiest way to reach you?
Our easiest way would be, I would say, visit either Wonnda
Yeah.
or our product portfolio, or go to our website, take a look what we offer, and then just reach out to us either via our contact form. You can always contact me on the LinkedIn as well. Shoot me a message. I'll try and reply as soon as possible.
Perfect. Nejc, thanks so much. It was very insightful, very interesting talk. We covered a lot in the CBD market now. So you heard Nejc explaining a lot. Thanks a lot for the conversation, and have a great remaining day.
I thank you, Oliver, and wish you the same.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks.